Sunday and it is warm. You know what I'm saying? It is, we have officially moved into air conditioning territory. You know what I mean? Especially if there's a little bit of humidity going on in the atmosphere. It is 83 degrees here in northern New Jersey, 1:47 p.m. And I'm in a pretty good mood. I am in a pretty good mood. I ain't got no weed, you know what I'm saying? But it's all good. I'm gonna have some of that a bit later. And when that really comes into play is the sleep, man. When you them first several days when you trying to detox from weed, man, you can't sleep for nothing. I know I can't. Man, it's like a week. I can't sleep worth a goddamn. And then your dreams, man, I have the craziest dreams when I'm not smoking. And then after like 4 or 5 days, it's weird. Distracted Gardener, what's going on? How you doing today on this lovely Monday afternoon, the 29th of April? But yeah, like I was saying, weed is weird. It's like, someone like me, I smoke weed all the time. I've been smoking weed for years. And like for the first 4 or 5 days, it's difficult, but then after 4 or 5 days, it's as if you've never smoked in your life. It's strange. It's like I mean, it stays in your system for longer than that. But yeah, that first night, you're just like, oh, like last night. Last night I slept pretty decently, but I had smoked a little that day. But I should if I'm not able to get no weed today, then tonight I know I ain't gonna sleep. I ain't gonna sleep worth a goddamn. But it's okay. It is okay. At least it's happening on a Monday. We got Stoned Assassin Sigourney in the building. What's going on? We got a couple of things to talk about. So let's go ahead and get into it. Like I said, I'm about to start having the air conditioning on when we do this because we have entered warm weather territory. It is in the 80s here. So let's see what we're gonna start off with. Let's start off with this. Hunter Biden declares war on Fox News with threat of imminent lawsuits. Yeah, 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 man. I can't sleep for nothing when I get off of that, man. I can eventually, but it takes a bit to get there. But yeah, right now I'm like, I need me some. I'm on some Ritalin right now, but just pure. I'm on the speed, but not the weed. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, I got a lot of energy. I'm ready to go, but you know what I'm saying? Like I need that smoothness in me. I need that relaxation in me. You know what I'm saying? So I can roll my shoulders. Yes. Now let's go ahead and get into it. Hunter Biden. Laugh anyway. What's going on? Hunter Biden declares war on Fox News with threat of imminent lawsuit. Yes, got on the tank top today because I need to take my ass to the laundromat, which I probably won't do until later this week because, yeah, I hate going to the laundromat. Now, Hunter Biden is threatening to sue Fox News for defamation, exploitation of his image, and publication of hacked photographs, according to a letter obtained by Axios that was sent to the news channel last week. It's the it's the latest salvo in the president's son's more aggressive legal and press strategy. Over the past year amid criminal charges and tabloid coverage, the first big move after navigating the impeachment inquiry into his father. Hunter Biden's legal team wrote that they anticipate imminent litigation against Fox News and requested that prominent Fox News hosts, including Sean Hannity, Jesse Waters, and Maria Bartiromo, preserve documentation. I mean, Fox News already, they had to pay out that settlement. What was it? It was 700 something $1 million that it was, I believe, if I recall correctly. Um, and to the Dominion, I think it was that they paid it to, and then they got because Hunter got high. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to check that out. What's going on with you today, Libby? How you doing? But but yeah, no, I mean Fox News, they've already suffered some big lawsuits. This one um isn't quite as big of a scale in terms of them pushing like election denial, but still, like they're just basically bullying this guy. You know what I mean? Um Hunter Biden is not a member of Congress. He's not an appointed member of any government position. He's just the president's son. And he has personal issues just like we all do. But honestly, his personal issues really ain't nobody business unless he chose to make his issues people's business, which he has not done. So This seems like it's probably a pretty strong lawsuit. We'll have to wait and see what happens. The lawyers also demanded that Fox News take down their special, The Trial of Hunter Biden, a six-part mock trial focused on his foreign business dealings. Quote, while routinely defaming and disparaging Mr. Biden, Fox has simultaneously sought to profit by the unlawful exploitation of Mr. Biden's image, name, and likeness for commercial purposes and reprehensible dissemination of salacious photographs depicting Mr. Biden, wrote lawyer Tina Glandian, a partner at Garagos and Garagos. Galandian also demanded that Fox News hosts update their viewers about the February indictment of Alexander Smirnov, a former informant charged with lying to the FBI about Hunter Biden's business dealings. She also asked that all FoxNews.com articles be updated with an editor's note. Galandian requested a response by Friday, April 26, but did not receive one. A person involved in the case told Axios Fox News did not immediately respond to a request for But yeah, I mean, like I said, I mean, they're really just they're really just piling it onto this guy because they can. There's nothing else behind it, and they ain't got nothing else. You know, whatever they could talk about Biden for, like inflation or the economy, I guess that's not juicy enough for the Republican audience. So we'll keep our eyes on this. We will indeed, but I would think that Fox News is probably gonna stop it because, well, I don't know. We'll see. I had no fucking clue. All right, now we got George Santos. Yes, we got that's who we need in the White House. Does anybody we need in the White House is George Santos? George Santos resurrects his drag persona Kitara Ravache in latest cash grab. He did like he shut down his campaign. He didn't raise any money for it, and he shut down his campaign. But unless and until he goes to prison, which he probably will, he gonna stay in the spotlight some type of way. Former Rep George Santos announced on Twitter on Monday that he's bringing back a flashy figure from his past, his drag persona Kitara Ravache. Why? Money, of course. After raising $0 in a failed bid to take back his congressional seat in New York, Santos is turning back to Kitara and Cameo to raise money that he claimed would go to charity. Y'all weren't ready for this drop. I've decided to bring Kitara out of the closet after 18 years. It's been that long? How old is he? Like 30? Isn't he like 35 or something? He can't. This dude can't stop lying to save his life, man. Like, hold up. I'm pretty sure he's 34 or 35. And he's trying to say that Kitara was from when he was 16 or something, like what, 16, 15, 16, 17 years old. This dude, I don't know if you can't tell, but this dude is definitely older than 16 in this picture. He is definitely older than 16 right here. Santos stated in his announcement that 20% of the proceeds will go to Tunnel to Towers and the pro Israel organization, The Fellowship. And that would be great. However, Santos has not always been honest about the money he raises for charities actually going to those charities. Indeed, no, he has not been. Yes, the math ain't mathing. It just ain't mathing. It's like, huh? What you mean 18 years? What the fuck are you talking about? It's been 18 years. The last time I did this, I was 15. Dude, shut up. You did this shit last week. Well, I mean, what else is there really to say? There's really not much to say, man. We got to get this dude in the White House. You know what I'm saying? We definitely don't need Donald Trump back in there. Joe Biden has his issues. I think George Santos is who we can trust. That's who I think we can trust. Yes, exactly. He's doing Midas touch math. Midas touch math. Exactly. Get George Santos in the White House. Okay, hold on one sec. Okay, no, we don't need to go over that. Let's go to Kansas. Let's go to the red state of Kansas and see what type of litigation they got going on right now. Exactly. He was Jewish. He got Jew somewhere in there. You know what I mean? You just got to go looking for it. You got to find it. You got to do your best. GOP lawmakers to Kansans. No medical marijuana, no expanded Medicaid, and no more debate until next year. Kansas faces another year without the prospect of legalizing medical marijuana or expanding its Medicaid program, as Republican state senators effectively blocked efforts on Friday to bring these issues to debate before they adjourn on Tuesday. Despite consistent advocacy and popular support, proponents of both measures fell short of the 24 of 40 votes. Hold on, fell short of the 24 of 40 votes required. Okay, I see, to move the bills out of the committee. All but 12 states have legalized medical marijuana, and all but 10 have expanded Medicaid in line with the Affordable Care Act. Quote, we're behind the times, State Senator John Dahl, a Republican who voted for both measures, said after Friday's votes. For nearly a decade, supporters of medical marijuana have voiced their frustration at the inability to pass this measure. Kansas does not allow for voters to put proposed laws on the ballot, a pathway that has been proven successful in other states, with the most recent being in Ohio. Florida is expected to be the next. Despite Dahl and other legislators' acknowledgement of support, political maneuvering and opposition remain formidable obstacles, particularly with Kansas' Republican controlled Senate. Man, y'all go ahead and get with the times, man. Yeah, exactly. What in the red state hell? Um, but yeah, man. I mean, this is the the medical marijuana is extremely late. Recreational marijuana, we got to get all 50 states on board with that. But it's like, damn, you still dragging your feet for medical marijuana? Go and make the money. If nothing else, just collect the tax dollars because we need it. We need it to pay for all types of stuff. Aaron, what's going on? How you doing today? It is quite warm here in northern New Jersey. It is a warm, lovely day. Democratic Governor Laura Kelly previously attempted to link medical marijuana taxes to fund Medicaid expansion, but her efforts were unsuccessful. State Senator Cindy Holscher called it frustrating that GOP lawmakers again stood in the way of legislation that would enable Kansas veterans and people with serious health conditions from benefiting from legal marijuana products. Quote, over the past 3 weeks, scores of Kansans have reached out to their senators voicing support for medical cannabis, and they have done, as they have done for nearly the past decade. Sadly, supporters have faced many hurdles on this important measure. Yeah, exactly. You say you can go 45 minutes one way, a couple hours in the other direction, and you in a state where it's totally legal, where everything's all good. Fritza, Queen Fritza, what's going on? How you doing today on this lovely Monday? We got Al Blair you in the building too. Fritza, how you doing? Let's see. Yes, hold on. Yes, the 29th. I'm like, damn, is it May? No, it's not quite May. We almost to May. We almost made it. Hope you had a good weekend. But yeah, nah, this is just incredibly late. Like, but I mean, hopefully this causes more people to show up to the polls to vote Democrat because Democrats will pass this if it's a majority or if it's more of a majority because as we read up here a couple lines, um, as we read a couple lines ago, Republicans did vote in favor of this. So it's not like, right, the year is flying by. It's already about to be May. I'm like, damn, I mean, it's cool, but man, I'm looking forward to the well, I want to take it a day at a time, but I know that by the end of the year, things will just be more stable, we'll be bigger, we'll have more assistance. But yeah, no, the year really is flying by. And I gotta get up out of this apartment. I gotta go somewhere else. I'm still gonna be in Jersey, but I'll figure it out. It's not a big deal. But yeah, no. We got to get Kansas. Go ahead and show up to the polls. Vote Democrat. Get somebody in there to at least get us to medical marijuana. At least there. Like, come on. I'm glad you're doing good today, Fritz. Teddy Cool, you said your birthday is in June. Yeah, that is coming up. It's a bunch of people birthdays coming up. My mom's birthday is the 2nd, May 2nd, so that's this week. And then my girl's birthday is next week on the 8th. All right. I was gonna go over this thing on Ozempic, but I don't really know if there's much point because like only it seems like only wealthy people take Ozempic for the most part. I mean, I don't know if that's totally in it, but like for the most part, it seemed like if you ain't got a lot of money going on, you probably ain't gonna be able to get no Ozempic. So I don't even know if we need to go over this honestly. It's a it- it's an article about how Ozempic seems to be causing like erectile dysfunction in people. And again, like I thought it was interesting, but then I'm like, how many people are really taking Ozempic? Not that much. But this isn't surprising. I mean, like substances can do that. You know what I mean? So that's just how it is. Speed is notorious for that, man. Like you could be on some speed, and you mentally you horny, but your body like nah. You know what I'm saying? So this is not surprising at all. Depending on what you got going on in your system, your dick just ain't gonna do its thing. You know what I'm saying? But again, it just seems like unless you have like diabetes or something, or and have like a script for this, or you're wealthy. I mean, who the fuck is really on Ozempic at the end of the day? But yeah, no, it was interesting, but ain't nobody here on Ozempic. but but yeah, no, that's not surprising at all. You just some things make it difficult to engage in sexual intercourse. You just got to know what it is. Really? You said doctors are subscribing it in your area to very poor people. Is it distracted gardener? Are they subscribing it for like diabetes or what else? Because I know well richer people use it for like weight loss and stuff because it's from what I know about it, it has like some of the same effects that like speed does, like speed being like Adderall, Ritalin, cocaine, whatever. It kind of like suppresses your appetite. So it hold on, you see the federal government paid out almost $10 billion on Ozempic last year? Damn! Okay, yeah. I guess for whatever it's made for, that makes sense, but everybody all the celebrities and stuff, they just using it because it knocks their appetite out, and they don't feel like eating nothing. Diabetes. Okay. Okay, yeah, that makes sense, but definitely scary to know people are having strokes from. What, is it giving them blood clots or something? Hmm, definitely scary. Yeah, I didn't know about that payout either. We should do a deep dive. Oh, well, okay, Aaron. Well, look, maybe you said is it Monjaro? Maybe that's on this list now. So let's see what's up. What are we running short on in America? These are the drugs America is running short on. Private healthcare sure does seem to be working well in America, doesn't it? With skyrocketing healthcare costs, with diminishing returns, a lower life expectancy, unofficial wait lists, and absurdly high mortality rates. Oh, speaking of health insurance, I gotta pay my health insurance or I'm gonna lose it. We'll see what happens. Luckily, I'm 32 and healthy. At least I got that going for me at the moment. But next year, I can't go through this. Okay, absurdly high mortality rates for routing procedures. It seems like we're overpaying for a product that wants to make life harder and more painful at every turn. And nowhere is that more apparent than in drug shortages. Okay, so there's 12 drugs. So they got 12 of them listed here. So let's see. Oh, and here we go. It says pharmaceutical companies are only incentivized to provide medicine if they are able to make money off of it, no matter how important it is for people to survive. Yes, indeed. I think actually, yeah, no, me and Kyle, last Wednesday when we were talking about depression, he was mentioning his job because what he does, some of what he does is he like helps people find like mental health assistance or different types of doctors that they may be looking for or in need of. And the beginning of the care cycle, they call it the beginning of the revenue cycle. And which is incredibly telling, you know what I mean? Like it definitely is all about money. And at the end of the day, yeah, you got to make money, but profit shouldn't be the end all be all of healthcare. Profit can be the end all be all of like selling cars and shit, like or just the entertainment business or even food. You feel me? Like I feel you. But when it comes to, medicine and healthcare, it's just nah. Okay. Where is the list? Amphetamine. Okay, yeah, I was figuring. I was like, one of these is probably going to be Adderall because I know that there are frequently shortages on Adderall. Amphetamine extended release oral presentations. Yep, there we go. Adderall. Ooh, I never liked Adderall. It lasts too damn long for me, man. I like Ritalin because you take it, like it's more practical to me. You take it, it lasts for a few hours. Like right now, like I'm on it. By the time I'm done with this, maybe another hour will go by and then it'll be gone. But when you on Adderall, man, oh, that shit lasts all day. And it hits you in waves. So like one pill could be a 9 hour or 12-hour extended release. So like you take it and then it hits you for 3 hours, then it goes away. Then it comes back and then hits you for another 3 hours. I always hated it because you really can't eat nothing when you on Adderall. You can still eat when you on Ritalin because it don't last that long. But everybody has their preferences for what they may need or what types of different behavioral assistance they may have to have. But I ain't never liked Adderall, man. It works, but it lasts too damn long. But that's just my opinion. But it is a very useful drug for getting stuff done, working or maybe even helping to calm you down, you know what I mean? A little bit. Even though it's speed, it kind of helps you hone in and not be quite as restless. Okay, I don't know what loxapine is. Clozapine. Okay, so this is for schizophrenia. So they discontinue. Okay, yeah. Okay, what was this one here? It says reason for shortage. Camber discontinued production. Did not provide it. Oh, okay. So pretty much everything is just money then. This is lorazepam tablets. What is that? Psych is used to stop seizures, cause drowsiness before surgery, and decrease anxiety. It can also be used as a sedative. There are people who, are have epilepsy and stuff like that who need this. Mm. And the company Aurobindo, I guess who makes it, refuses to provide availability information. Man, bro, these pharmaceutical companies ain't nothing but cartels, bro. They make so much money and they know they're gonna get it too. They got all these contracts with all these psychiatric offices, and man, they got the game on lock, man. They gonna get their money. Oh, Ozempic. There we go. So Ozempic and Wegovy. Injection is used for weight loss. It's an injection? Oh. Injection is used for weight loss and to manage metabolic disorders such as diabetes. Diabetes. You remember Wilford Brimley? You remember the legend himself. I think we was watching some of his clips at some point on this stream. It could have been a few months ago. I don't remember exactly, but Wilford Brimley, he was diabetes. He was like, you'd be like, I have diabetes. If you're like me, you need. I don't even remember what he used to say, but diabetes. will forever be legendary. Diabetes. Oh, so they discontinued it in the 0.25 and the point 0.5 milligram doses. Damn. Yo, if they giving people Ozempic in point something doses, that shit is strong. That shit is strong if they giving it to people in point something doses. Because a lot of medications, like I take, like it'll be 10 milligrams, 20 milligrams. You get to take another stuff, it's way more than that if it's like pain relief, like Motrin or ibuprofen or something like that. But damn, this is some strong shit, man. Okay, this gonna be a little difficult to pronounce. Okay, we gonna have to work on this one. Bupivacane, boopy. We no, I don't know. This probably isn't how it's said, but we just gonna call it Bupivacane. Bupivacane with epinephrine injection. Boopy. Where's the boopy? Epidural injection to induce not okay during labor or surgery can also be used as a local anesthetic during dental procedures. Boopy. Bupivacaine. Okay, number 6. We got lidocaine. Okay, lidocaine hydrochloride. Xylocaine. We just gonna call it xylocaine jelly. Xylocaine jelly. Damn, this is a long word. I didn't even say the whole thing. Yes, it's the bupivacaine. That's what it is. That's just what we gonna call it from now on. So we got. You said Prozac is MDMA for real? That's what it is. I didn't know that. I ain't done no MDMA in years, but it's a good time. Okay, so we got to say this whole word, right? I do indeed. 2% lidocaine hydrochloride xylocaine jelly. 2%. Only 2%. Local anesthetic used to numb an area of the body during surgery, needle punctures, or insertion of catheters and breathing tubes. Hepatitis B vaccine. Hepatitis, if I recall correctly, like makes your liver not work properly. If I recall correctly, that's what hepatitis does. Uh-huh. Fentanyl cyrate injection used to relieve severe pain during and after surgery. Yeah, I'm saying they're giving people fentanyl. Your ass is in pain, pain with a capital PAIN. Because damn, number 9, amoxicillin oral presentations. The drug is used to treat bacterial infections and penicillin-based antibiotic. Bacterial infections. So what is this, like a something that's used for like STDs or something? That's not the only kind of bacterial infection that exists, but I'm just assuming perhaps STDs is some of what this is used for. But you can get other kinds of bacterial infections as well. If you get a cut and it gets infected or whatever. We have lots and lots of bacteria inside of our bodies. And we need the bacteria. You know what I'm saying? The bacteria can be our friend, but sometimes it's not our friend. So I'm assuming that's what it is. Okay, so they like, nah, we not gonna tell you why it's a shortage. It's just a shortage since last month. Wrap it up, strap it up. But the best form of protection is to know who you fucking. That's the best form of protection, man. If I can give you any advice, I mean, obviously, it's not always gonna go down that way, but it's best that you gather a little data on the people that you're gonna have intercourse with before you just hop in the sack with them, because condoms break. And not only do condoms break, but we do a lot of other sexual things. So know who you fucking if you can help it. Testosterone 2% topical gel used to treat low testosterone levels in adult males. Is this a gel? What do they put it on your balls or something? How does that work? Where would you put it? Like on your forehead, testosterone, like right here in the middle of the forehead, so it gets to the penile gland or some shit like that? Or do you like rub it on your balls where testosterone is like mostly produced? We're gonna have to do some research. I don't know. Now we got number 11, dextrose 50%. This drug is used to replenish fluids and treat low blood sugar levels. Ooh. Seems very important right here. This seems like life-saving medicine right here. I don't want none of this shit. My body does not like downers. I mean, now if I was in some serious pain, that'd be a different story. You'd be like, give me them downers because I'm not trying to feel all of this. But other than that, I'm an upper type of guy. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to be up for days. That's what the fuck I'm trying to do. That's what I'm trying to do, rather. If I'm gonna do drugs, I'm gonna smoke my weed, which I need right now. I needs my marijuana. I'm hoping I can get some in the next couple of hours because if I don't, then I'll be okay. Like I'll be just fine. It's just gonna be difficult to sleep tonight, and yeah. But other than that, give me some weed and give me some speed, and I'm good. But the downers, nah, I'm good for me. Hold on, what'd you say, G? You said it's an effective skin treatment internally, but its fine-tuned actual use is to treat STIs and some heavily sexually. Okay. He consumes human adrenaline. Ooh. Yo, I ain't watched Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas in a long time. I need to. That sounds like something I should get on. Insulin. Oh yeah, no, 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 no. Yeah, this is another life-saving thing. The brand name is Novolog. And number 13, albuterol inhalation solution. And obviously that's for people who are asthmatic or anything. Yes, sir. Speed. Give me that speed. I used to have a coke problem. I don't do coke anymore, but I take Ritalin is speed, Adderall is speed, all of that shit is speed, and I have a prescription for it, so I don't do it illegally. But yeah, no, that's a type. I'm an upper type of guy. I'm not a downer type of dude. That's why I don't like alcohol that much. I mean, I drink socially, but that shit's a depressant too, and it makes you dehydrated. But yeah, nah, you drink alcohol, you up for a little bit, but then. That's why beer beer can be a nice nice sleeping pill. Get you a 6%, 9% IPA, have one or two of them, you're gonna sleep like a baby, but don't do it every day. Sertraline oral tablets, Zoloft. I've heard of Zoloft before for sure. Sertraline is an it's an antidepressant and is a selective serotonin reuptake inhibitor. Is used in treating moderate depression, major depressive disorder, obsessive compulsive disorder, panic disorder, post traumatic stress disorder, and social anxiety disorder. So, those are 14 of the drugs that America is running short on. And it's mostly because of money, 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 money. Uh, we got Annie in the building. What's going on? How you doing today? We're over here discussing 14 of the drugs missing, well, not missing, but that are running low in America. Um, and some of these are things that people need, like Adderall and stuff. You don't really need that. It helps, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of drugs that help, but you'll be all right without it. I mean, you may have a bit of a hard time, but you'll be okay. But some of this stuff is stuff that if people don't have access to, they're gonna die. So it's which really is heartbreaking when you think about how many people still to this day, you know, don't live as long as they could, or don't live as well as they could because they can't afford it, because they got sick with some shit that they didn't need to get sick with. Now I'm gonna get sad. We got to move on because now I'm gonna get sad thinking about this. Think about people struggling and shit. I'm trying to pull a new leaf, man. I'm not. I'm shutting the fuck up on Instagram. You know what I'm saying? Because we blowing up. We growing. We doing well. You know what I'm saying? I gotta improve myself. I gotta be more on top of my flaws. You feel me? And part of that is me just shutting the fuck up. All right, here we go. What we gonna go to now? Oh yeah, we got now. Apparently, Donald Trump is sick of Kerry Lake. Apparently, he is tired of Kerry Lake, and we about to find out why. Probably because he doesn't consider her to be a winner, and that she's a her. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that also causes a problem with Donald Trump. It's not before you get to anything about her. It's the fact that it's a her. You know what I'm saying? That's where the problem lies. Yeah, Andy, it's yeah, and that's some of what we talked about when we were on here. Matter, we should, you know what, Andy, let's have you back on soon. Not necessarily in a week or two, but I'm gonna think of a good conversation that we can have that kind of goes back into, I don't know. Give me some time. We gonna have you back on here. I would love that. Okay, now let's see why Donald Trump is tired of Kerry Lake. Uh, exactly. Yeah, exactly. That's what it is. That's what it is. He likes subby girls. Arizona Republican Senate candidate Kari Lake has sworn out her welcome at Mar-a-Lago. In a feature published Monday, co-written by the Post's Yvonne Wingett, Sanchez, Josh Dawsey, and Liz Goodwin, former President Donald Trump is concerned that Lake has spent too much time hobnobbing with the MAGA elite and not enough time focusing on winning what Trump sees as a crucial election for his prospects in an all-important battleground state. Oh yeah. Well, honestly, I mean, Trump's he's worried about everything, but he's got to be worried about Arizona for sure because of that BS that Arizona just pulled in with the abortion, with that 160 something year old law that was put into place before Arizona was even a state. I believe Arizona became a state what, 1912 or something like that, which was not long ago. Um so that's going to cause Republicans problems in Arizona. It just is. I mean, in a lot of ways, we probably can kiss. It's over. It probably is already over, but we'll see. At least in that state, we'll see. At one point last year, after grumbling for months that she was at his Mar-a-Lago club too often, Trump gently suggested to Lake that she should leave the club and hit the campaign trail in Arizona, according to a person with direct knowledge of his comments. The Post reporters wrote. Quote, Trump has also asked others if she can really win in Arizona and if she might drag down his poll numbers as he seeks the presidency. Is she going to drag down my poll numbers? She ain't going to help you, but I don't really know. I mean, when it comes to the presidency, it's just Trump versus Biden. Like that's it. Like, and what I'm obviously we know that, but what I mean is I don't really see outside influences helping either one of them that much at the end of the day. It's just going to come down to them two. You know what I'm saying? Um, Especially when it comes to people like Kari Lake. I mean, she ain't gonna convince. Um, she ain't gonna convince independents or nothing like that. Who care about issues like abortion and stuff. Yes, and yeah, that is very true. That is very true. You gotta keep the people insecure, man. You gotta keep them insecure because you gotta keep the money flowing. You already got 3 watches. How we gonna make these motherfuckers buy 5 watches if we don't make them feel like they need 10? You know what I'm saying? It's how the game goes. We gotta keep these motherfuckers' self-esteem low to keep the money flowing. Hey, all right. Trump also privately thinks Lake's 2022 election fraud claims are bogus. Oh, please. If you think Kari Lake's election fraud claims are bogus, then that means you think your election fraud claims are bogus. That's the only thing that can possibly mean, because otherwise, what? Okay, let's see what's up. She didn't win, Trump bluntly told a political ally at Mar-a-Lago dinner earlier this year. She didn't win. Neither did you. One other notable Lake moment got the attention of Trump and his inner circle. The incident in which a Lake ally released a tape of former Arizona GOP chair Jeff DeWitt appearing to show Lake being offered a bribe to not run for Senate in 2024. Okay, well, you just never know. Hold on. It says in a statement sent to the Post, Trump didn't address any of the specific claims. He said, Kari Lake is a smart and fearless leader who will win in Arizona and help us flip the Senate to Republican control. Kari's opponent, Ruben Gallego, is an open borders radical who is bad on inflation and soft on terrorists and crime. Well, look at that, Kari Lake. It looks like, and again, that's why I keep saying about Kari Lake. It's like, you, she didn't need to do any of this. She had a perfectly fine career. She did. I mean, I don't know how much money she was making, but it was enough. You know what I'm saying? And she was a newscaster, but she had to drink that MAGA Kool-Aid. And honestly, she destroyed whatever reputation she had. Again, she's from Arizona, so it's not like I don't really know much about her other than when she ran for governor and introduced herself to the country as MAGA Kari Lake. So it's like, man, so many people's brands, reputations down the toilet for Donald Trump. And it's so silly. So Kari Lake, she shared a video because the people are talking. The people are saying that Donald Trump ain't fucking with you. So she's like, no, in fact, he is. So she posted this.
Hello, Arizona, and hello to the Arizona Republican Party. Very special people, a lot of friends there. I want to thank Gina, your great chairwoman, as well as all of the other incredible delegates in attendance. And this is the most important election in the history of our country, and Arizona will be a center of the action. You're going to be right at the center. We win Arizona, we win the election. Not only is your state one of the most critical battlegrounds in the race for the White House, but you also have a key Senate race with Kari Lake running against ultra left-wing extremist Ruben Gallego. And by the way, if you don't know him,
Ruben Gallego. Gallego.
extremist Ruben Gallego. And by the way, if you don't know him, he's the worst. He's bad. He's so bad. I hope you're going to find out the kind of things that you want to know about him. And she's fantastic.
If you don't know about him, he's bad. Trust me. Trust me. Go look it up for yourself.
A hard worker, and she loves the state. She loves our country. From now until November, we need each and every one of you to pour your.
Was it Noam who was like, I shoot my dogs when isn't that, didn't she put something out like that where she was like, I'm there to make tough decisions because I put my dogs down with a bullet to the head, some shit like that.
Heart and your soul into helping achieve a glorious victory in Arizona under crooked Joe Biden, the worst president in the history of our country.
I love when he says this because it's like you could pick so many other people to say the worst president in the history of our country. Because Biden just ain't, he is not that. I mean, Biden is far from the worst president we've ever had. It just cracks me up when he says this because of how lazy it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's so lazy. He's the worst president in history. Like, really, dude?
Your state is under an invasion. Millions of illegal aliens from all over the world are being dumped into Arizona, And now with Texas finishing up the wall that I started, they're all coming into Arizona at levels that you've never seen. They're bringing in high costs and high crime, and Joe Biden's inflation is destroying the American dream. It's a bad combination, but Arizona, you have people pouring into your state like you've never, ever had before. It's horrible. And the only way you're going to do it is to get me in, get Kari in. You're going to do it, and we're going to do it fast, too.
What does that even mean? We're going to do it fast. It can only happen on the day of election. It can't happen any sooner than that, so I don't really know what that means.
But you cannot have a state where millions of people are pouring through your front door. With your support this November, we will rescue Arizona and we'll take back our country. I hope you all will volunteer to help the campaign and the America First movement. And we have to get out there and vote. You have to get out and vote. Get all your friends, get everybody you know. You have to get out and vote to join our movement. Please visit donaldjtrump.com/join. donaldjtrump.com/join.
This makes up like the entirety of the content that's on Truth Social. Like, there's nothing else on there except this shit.
I hope to see.
We got Andrew in the building. What's going on? Happy Monday to you as well. It is a warm, solid 84 degrees up here in northern New Jersey on the 29th of April. It's good to have you here.
See you in Arizona very soon. I'll be there a lot campaigning. Together we will defeat crooked Joe Biden and we will make America great again, greater than ever before.
Even though I was president already and that didn't happen at all, this go round it will. Even though when I was president, the entire country was shut down for 365 days plus.
He's such an idiot, man. But a lot of people want him in the White House. And so, hold up. Okay, I was like, I'm on this website that like some of the websites where it's just kind of one long running page, and so it's like one article here, another article down here, another article beneath it. Yes, it is pretty warm because I woke Annie, you right, because I woke up, I was like, yo, it's hot. It's 84 degrees and humid. It is humid. It's humid outside when, well, a lot of things, when it's humid outside, but it's like when it's humid outside, the air pressure doesn't make things in your house move as much. You know what I'm saying? Like when there's less moisture and humidity in the air, it's like the gases move more freely. But when there's moisture in the air, it's like it doesn't quite move the same. It's interesting. Like when you have a window open and your door might open and shut or something like that. That's what I'm talking about. Now we got to get Neil deGrasse Tyson out here because now we're getting into science. All right. Let's see. How sports betting impacts the economy. Even though sports betting in the United States has only been legal for a few years now, it's already taken the country by storm. According to a 2022 Pew Research Center survey, 19% of U.S. adults reported having personally bet money on sports in some way in the 12 months prior. That's a lot of people. For those who might not already know, in 2018, the Supreme Court repealed a 1992 law known as the Professional and Amateur Sports Protection Act, the PASPA, which had kept legalized sports betting centered only in Las Vegas, baby. You can only do it in Nevada, in the gambling hub of one of the gambling hubs of the world, because there are other gambling hubs. Isn't it Monaco? Is it Monaco that's like a big, or am I tripping? I don't know. Let's keep going. Repealing this law paved the way for legalized sports betting in states that wanted it. And so far, that has been a lot of states. 38 states and the District of Columbia to be exact. Yeah, man, because go ahead and collect that tax money. Collect the tax money. Oh, it's 73 degrees in Southern California. Man, Southern California is always nice in Southern California. Oh, Monte Carlo, yes, Monte Carlo. I knew it was Monte something that I was thinking about. Mana something that I was thinking about. But there's like a country that's it's really small. It's a really small country, but it's basically like one of the gambling capitals of the world. In 2023, Americans legally wagered $120 billion just on sports betting. Legalize it, baby. Collect the tax dollars. This was not only an incredible 27.5% increase over 2022 numbers, but the rise in sports betting popularity shows no signs of stopping. No, it doesn't. I have friends who, I mean, I got a lot of, I got a variety of friends who bet on sports, but I got a couple friends who um, that's like they run like these rosters where people give them money and they make these bets and they help other people make money. Like, so people who do that, you gotta follow sports heavily. But gambling is still gambling. So if you don't do it right, you're gonna lose because that's part of gambling, is losing and losing a lot. All right. So we got a 27.5% increase over 2022 numbers, but the rise in sports betting popularity shows no sign. Okay, we just read that Super Bowl LV3, whatever the fuck number that is, because I'm stupid and I don't know what that means. Super Bowl LV3 broke sports betting records in early 2024. And betting has already taken off for the upcoming NBA Finals. While sports betting can lead to financial success for bettors, individual wins are only a smart part of a larger economic hold on, are only a smart part of the larger economic impacts of the entire industry. While the gambling industry contributes to the larger economy through taxes and job creation, it also has the potential to harm the economy through a rise in problem gambling. Let's dive into the economic impact of sports betting. How betting helps the economy. Oh, St. Louis. I'm from St. Louis. St. Louis. For starters, figuring out how exactly sports betting affects the economy can be complicated. According to the American Gaming Association, the gaming industry as a whole, including casinos and in person gaming, as well as apps and sports betting, contributed $328.6 billion to the US economy in 2023. Damn, that is a lot of money, man. God, almost $330 billion last year from gambling alone. That is, we got Soul Life in the building, my brother. What's going on? How you doing today? Good to have you here. But yeah, no, this just that man, that's a lot of money. Um, let's see. Quote, this is from the AGA's president and CEO, Bill Miller. Quote, the US gaming industry delivers long-term growth and impact to communities, generating significant tax revenue, creating strong jobs, supporting local small businesses, and funding critical community priorities. The AGA cited the $53 billion paid in federal, state, and local taxes, including $13.5 billion in gaming taxes, as a big part of how the industry positively impacted the economy. The industry also lauds its employment numbers as a positive impact. According to the AGA, the gaming industry employs more than 700,000 people across the country. I mean, the gaming, sorry. 700,000 people across the country, making it a larger employer than industries like the postal service or air travel. The labor income of these jobs also helps to contribute to the economy since paid employees are able to spend in the economy. So, keeping people spending. It says the annual average for gambling dealers in 2023 was $40,030, meaning the average annual salary in the US is $63,795. That's annual salary. That's not annual pay, and most workers don't make a salary. So keep that in mind. That's you know, man. I used to have a salary. Oh, it's so nice. It is so nice because you just get paid the same amount all the time. You know what I mean? It's like, damn, I could just fuck off all week, and I'm still gonna get paid the same amount. It's wonderful. It is wonderful. But again, as indicated, you probably ain't getting a salary unless you're in some type of, you know, corporate job or something like that, you know. I was paid a salary when let's see, I was paid a salary when I was doing Politiscope. I had a salary then. But other than that, I got to wake up and make my money. I got to wake up and make it, baby. All right. Now, how betting can hurt the economy? While tax revenue and job creation are important, it's also important to assess the economic costs of gambling. According to the National Council on Problem Gambling, the social cost of problem gambling is estimated to be $14 billion between criminal justice, healthcare spending, job loss, bankruptcy, and other financial consequences of people gambling beyond their means. According to a recent survey from the St. Bonaventure Siena Research, of the 39% of men aged 18 to 49 who reported sports betting, 38% of them also reported betting more than they felt they should have. Even more troubling were the 19% who reported having lied about the extent of their betting, and the 18% who bet and lost money meant for other financial obligations. I get it, but gambling is something that's gambling is the least likely thing some that I would get addicted to. Like that's never going to happen. And it's different because like with other substances, you get like physically addicted to it. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't you can't really help it. I mean, like you can get off of it. It may suck. The withdrawal process may be horrible, especially if it's like opioids. Whoo, man, people go through it when they trying to quit. And alcohol, man. People be going through it when they try to quit that. Other stuff too, but um gambling is it's all mental. It's not a physical thing. Don Levy, the Siena College Research Institute's director, also reported that nearly 40% of bettors have felt ashamed about their gambling, while over half have chased a bet that is, increased the amount they bet in hopes of getting money back after a loss, and 22% have had someone express concern to them about their usage of online sports books. It's worth noting that gambling hotlines in states that have legalized sports betting have received noticeable increases in calls after legalization. For instance, in Ohio's first year of legalized sports betting, which was last year, the Problem Gambling Network of Ohio experienced a 55% increase in calls. However, Levy reported still only 9% of bettors have called a problem gambling hotline or sought help. So that was interesting. That was definitely interesting because, right, exactly. Yeah, right, exactly. DJ BT. At the end of the day, it's all dopamine. So I guess it is physical. I guess it is. I mean, yeah, it's all dopamine at the end of the day. But this is pretty interesting to look into some of these numbers because again, like whenever something is relatively new, like a law being passed, or much more tragically, something like um, um, the reversal of Roe v. Wade. It takes years to really collect the data to really see the impact that something's having. Um, so these are always important to go over. And also too, as well, like when you're dealing with stuff like gambling or any other type of potential addiction, because there's a lot of campaigns to legalize other drugs. I'm in support of that. I think that other drugs, other than marijuana, should be legalized as well. But you gotta be ready for the cultural and societal shifts. You got to be ready to give people some assistance for stuff like that. Yes. All right, let's see. Hmm. I think I might save this last one for tomorrow because hold on, let's see. Matter of fact, nah, 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 nah. Let's do I have the energy for this right now? Mm. Yes, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's go ahead and finish out with this. Uh 28 of the most cringeworthy, embarrassing, and painfully awkward conversations in all of human history. I have not read any of these. I have not reviewed any of these. I don't know what we about to walk ourselves into, but let's find out. Let's go ahead and find out. Mm. The laptop moment. No, you guys, my dad was watching a video on his laptop in the living room when I walked up behind him and said, "Who's that fucking nerd?" And to my horror, the nerd on the screen laughed. It was a Zoom meeting. The nerd is one of our company's investors. Oh. You could laugh that off and make it funny though. It depend I guess it just depends on how you see it. I mean on how you say it rather, on how it would come out. We'd be like, "Oh no." The vape moment. Accidentally vaped in front of my mom, but she only saw the smoke and goes, "What was that?" So I immediately said, "No way, you saw that too?" And now I have to spend the rest of my life pretending my house is haunted. The market moment. Man, it's hot. Damn. It's 80, it's 85 degrees now. It's humid outside. It is warm. Was once followed by an oddball in the supermarket, was frightened, so started to speed up. So did he. Ended up with him literally chasing me up and down each and every aisle. Eventually he caught up and then he asked if he could have his trolley back. Damn. My freshman year of high school, the star football player died in a tragic accident, and I kept seeing his ghost around campus, and the ghost would say hello to me. And okay, see now when it comes to anything on the internet, a lot of the time you don't know if it's true. Like there's no way to quantify these types of things. And now it's to the point where I say, shit, if it was captioned on video, it probably wasn't real. I mean, that's obviously that's not always true, but like these little TikTok scenarios and all little things, man, that should be fake, man. My dad wanted to surprise my little sister with Disney World by making her do a word puzzle. She got stuck here. We're going to. Oh no, no, no. That's no good. I thought the barista was going to ask me if I wanted a straw, but unfortunately, instead, she said, "Have a nice day." To which I replied, "No, thank you," and then drove away. Okay, okay. I think I might have to save these for next time. Save them for next time. You know what I'm saying? And get some funny ones. But look, we had a wonderful Monday stream. Thank you, everybody, for joining. And I look forward to the rest of this week. Unless there's like nothing to talk about, I'll be streaming tomorrow. Wednesday night, we're going to be doing another mental health episode, but we're going to be talking about King George III, baby, a very interesting man, the last king of America. Well, meaning when the Revolutionary War happened, he was the king of England. I believe he was the third longest serving aristocrat of Britain. What, 52 years or some shit like that? He was on the throne, but he had bipolar disorder, and he just he has a very interesting story, and I'm looking forward to that. So y'all have a fantastic rest of the day. Have a good evening. Thank you for everything. I love and appreciate all of you, and